everybody. It's wonderful to see you all here. This is the quietest media event I've ever been to. So I'm not going to accept that shit. That shit stops now. Oh, I've just realised I promised my team I wasn't going to swear during this presentation, and I've already fucked that up. Don't tell them. I was asked to come here and talk about customer obsession, but I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is talk a little bit about our journey, our collective journey to being totally and utterly obsessed with people. So this is our job on a page. Doesn't matter what role you're in, doesn't matter what your job description says, doesn't matter if you're starting out and you're in your first 6 months to a year, or you've been in the industry 4,000 years like me, none of that matters. Our job is to use data to research and uncover unfound opportunities, not the obvious. And I think Sophie's presentation beforehand with her beautiful word, Yindimara, am I saying that right? Yindimara? Slowly, calmly, respectfully. I should have added that slide to this slide, because when we rush, we don't find those unfound opportunities. But when we take a minute, we expand and contract. We get a brief, we think about everything that might be in it, we center on something that's really crucial and interesting in there. We find a human truth. What is it about the people that we're trying to talk to that's the most important thing? And then our job is to make the complex simple, because let's face it, it's pretty complicated what we do, right? Media is expanding every minute. When I first started out in the industry, I think we had 3 channels to play with. It was 4,000 years ago, remember? And now there's a new channel every 5 minutes. So we've got to make the complex simple for everyone we're dealing with. And we've got to make the simple compelling. So it's all very well just shortening it, but if someone can't understand it really easily, we haven't done our job properly. And really importantly, we've got to make the compelling actionable. So how do you take your idea from a presentation and put it out into the real world successfully? And that's what I'm going to talk to you a little bit about today. Before I do that, there's going to be some standing up again, and I can already see how much you all love that. But this time you're only going to stand up if the answer to a question is yes. So if you are aged between 18 and 27, please stand up. I am now very, very depressed. If you have made a beauty purchase, and by beauty I mean fragrance, makeup, skincare, if you have made a beauty purchase in the last 3 months, stay standing up. Well, that's lovely. If that beauty purchase was a gift for someone else, please stay standing up. It's getting interesting. If that gift that you bought was for somebody that's in the same sort of target market as you, so someone that's also between 18 and 27, please stay standing up. Oh. If you knew what you were going to buy before you purchased it, stay standing. You knew what they'd love. Okay. If you were desperately looking for inspiration anywhere and everywhere, but predominantly in social, stay standing up. If your channel of choice, we've got 2 people standing, so if your channel of choice was TikTok, stay standing up. Okay. Oh, we still got 2 people, I apologise. If you successfully gifted, so you know that the person that you gave it to absolutely loved that present and it was everything they hoped for, stay standing up. These 2 are really good at gift buying, so I'd make them your mates if I were you. Give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. So look, if you were looking around the room then, what you might have cottoned onto is, at first, that was a target market. That was youth beauty, 18 to 27. All right? As you take that target market and you start asking it questions about how those people are behaving, thinking, doing, your audience changes. It gets smaller every time. So when you're looking at a brief or when you're responding to something that a client needs, 18 to 27, that's a target market on paper. That's not the people you're talking to. You're talking to people. You need to get under the hood and understand. Which is why we talk about people, not customers. But we always start with science. I started my career as a creative, and when I first met data analysts, apart from being terrified because they were so bloody smart, I didn't understand half of what they were saying, I was like, how does that work in my world? And I very quickly became obsessed with science and analytics and data. It is the most important thing in our roles to take information and turn it into action. Because communications work in two ways. There may be some planners in the room that disagree with me and think there are multiple more ways. Can I see Gilly there? Are you nodding? Oh God, why am I standing in front of one of the smartest planners in the industry trying to do this presentation? Shit. Most communications work in two ways. So you're either nudging a consumer that's in market already. So remember those people that were looking for a gift for someone. They needed that gift, right? So they're already in market. Or you're building memory structures. So all of us in this room, I hope, have purchased a beauty product at some point in time. If anyone in this room has never purchased a beauty product, let me just remind you that deodorant fits into that category, and so does face wash. So we're all beauty consumers, right? And sometimes we know we're in market for I'm running out of fragrance, and other times we're being inspired. I've seen something on TikTok or Instagram or wherever, and that looks cool and interesting, and I want to find out a bit more. So it's really important that we understand which one of these things we're doing. It's also equally important that we understand how our brains work. Essentially, there are two systems, fast and slow. And the fast system is where we make most of our decisions. It's automatic. You've already got information in your head. You can quickly get to, this is what I'm going to do. You know, you walk into the supermarket, you're going to buy bread. You know which bread you like. You just grab it and go. The slow system is where we need input, we need information, we need data, we need inspiration, and all of that combined helps us make a decision, right? So now I'm buying a beauty gift for someone else. I need to know probably what fragrance they use, or like, have they got a full bottle or an empty bottle? You know, there's more information I need. I might do some research to find out who's got the best price in whatever that product is. Gathering the facts, gathering the data, and processing it before we make a decision. And we use fast thinking for 90% of the decisions we make in a day. 90%. Quick. So we've developed automatic thinking, and that automatic thinking passes through the emotional center of our brain. And this is really important. If you're making decisions based on the emotional center of your brain, we need to make you feel something. Because if we can create more feeling, we can generate better business results, right? This is actually one of our Father's Day images. This one was totally unplanned. This is Chris Smith, who's one of our ambassadors, and his dog. And his dog decided that he just wanted to join in the photo shoot. And we just yelled at the photographer, keep shooting, keep shooting, keep shooting. And we ended up using all of the shots with them just playing around, him playing with the dog, playing with the kids, because they were real. They were real moments of love and care and fun and energy. And they were really reflective of what Father's Day is all about. So it's really important that we're creating this feeling. So if you're working with your creative agency partners, your media owner partners, interrogate the creative. You know, our role, and I come from creative agency and media agency background, but wherever we're sitting, our role is to go, is this fit for purpose? Is this going to do the job that I need it to do? If I'm booking the media, I'm looking at what I'm booking, and is it going to work where it's going? And at Maya, we take diversity, equality, and inclusion very, very seriously. If you ask any one of my current team members or agency team members, they'll probably tell you that I'm a bit of a diversity, equality, and inclusion warrior. When I started at Maya, all of our photography was blonde, skinny, white models. And I just looked at it and said, that's not reflective of Australia. I mean, look around this room. Just take a look. Take a look at the people around you. We're all different, right? We're all different. We're all part of Australia. So day one, I said, no more of that. What we're doing going forward is ensuring that we are representative of everybody. And I use those words separately, purposefully, because it's not just about everybody, it's also about everybody. Yeah, the average size for a woman in Australia is a 14. So why do you always see fashion campaigns shot on someone that's a XXX000? No. We're for the people of Australia. So we put that effort and energy into everything we do. We focus on the people that we are selling products to and make sure that they feel represented, included, they can see themselves. There's a few images that you can see up here from our recent underwear campaign. And the one on the bottom left, right, whichever way you're looking at it, that one over there, our fabulous dancing lady. We got an absolutely enormous groundswell when we put this image out into the world. We had people hitting us up on social, on LinkedIn, all over the place saying, thank you. Thank you for showing you me. Thank you for embracing cellulite. So it's really important. You focus on the people, and the people respond because they know you understand them. The other thing, of course, is, as we all know, not all channels are created equal. My other favourite anecdote from the beginning of the Maya days, and I think Jeremy's somewhere in the room and probably will remember helping us battle this one, was 3 months worth of where's my print? Every single department in the business going, where's my print ad? Where's my print ad? And us then having to do a very detailed media landscape presentation to explain why there is no print anymore. It's digital. We talk a lot about our target audiences with our merchandise partners and what channels are doing what jobs. What do you use for awareness? What's consideration? What's conversion? What's the difference between the Facebook audience and the TikTok audience? I had an interesting conversation yesterday with somebody who, we've got a campaign that's targeting a 45-plus woman, and she said, but why are we spending so much money on Facebook? This audience doesn't use social. I think you might find actually that the average age of a person on Facebook these days is around 45. We showed her the data and she was like, oh, okay. So it's really important that we're looking at the right message in the right channel for the right customer. So looping back to the beginning, our gift buyers of beauty who are buying for someone that's in a different audience to themselves and need a bit of help and inspiration. Where are they if they're 18 to 27 versus maybe they're buying, the last 3 months has included Father's Day, right? So maybe they're buying for their dad. And now we need to serve him what he's going to be interested in the channels they're going to be interested in a way that appeals and is interesting to them. So people obsession, not customers. Thank you very much.